Good afternoon, Cross Timbers. Today is Thursday, November 15, 2018, and I'm Channing Flatt. The latest Texan debate and Texan volleyball and more coming up on Texan TV News. In campus news, Tarleton police had to disarm a student who brought a weapon to campus on Tuesday night. Quinicia Fraser has more on this developing story.
According to a statement provided to Texan News, University police got a call about concern for a student's welfare. They found the student in his car and took his weapon. Prior to the statement given to Texan News, Tarleton students were not notified about the incident. Junior nursing student Gerardo Guerrero says he would have liked to learn about the incident directly from the university.
You never know when it's going to happen at your school. So it's just, I feel like we should have been notified. I'm glad they managed to disarm him, whether he was going to hurt himself or others.
Texan News cannot confirm the location of the incident, the type of weapons used, or any other details. This is a developing story.
In other campus news, the Texan debate is today. This semester's debate is over the legalization of recreational marijuana. Afternoon debates will take place at 1, 2, and 3 p.m. in the Humanities Building. The final debate of the evening will be at 7 p.m. in the Fine Arts Center. In local news from the Stephenville Empire Tribune, Erath County Grand Jury indicted 12 individuals Wednesday, including a man accused of committing numerous burglaries. Jonathan Klopp, 31, was indicted on 2 counts of burglary of a habitation, unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, and theft. Klopp reportedly moved an RV to property owned by one of his victims. When authorities searched the RV, they discovered numerous stolen items, including tools, dishes, and air conditioning unit. Klopp is being held at the Erath County Jail on a $100,000 bond. A 26-year-old Texas sailor killed during the Japanese bombing of Pearl Harbor, Albert U. Kane, will be buried in Dallas on the 77th anniversary of the attack on December 7, 1941. Was assigned to the USS Oklahoma when the battleship was attacked. His unidentified remains were among those buried at the National Memorial Cemetery, the Pacific in Honolulu. A number of remains associated with the USS Oklahoma were ordered disinterred in 2015 for DNA testing. The Defense POW MIA Accounting Agency on Thursday announced services for the Navy Fireman First Class Kane on Fort Worth will be held on December 7th. Burial is planned at the Dallas-Fort Worth National Cemetery. In national news, a pre-winter storm slammed parts of the South and the lower Midwest. This caused deaths and slippery roads and travelers to be stranded for more than 8 hours on an icy Arkansas interstate. The snow was barreling eastward with snow and ice expected from Ohio and the Appalachian Mountains. Snow fell as far as central Alabama, which got a dusting. While wintry weather deep south doesn't happen so early, forecasters say the overnight trace missed setting a record with the earliest snow by 2 weeks. In international news, the theft of a new month-old meerkat from the Perth Zoo in September by 23-year-old Jessie Ray Hooker and 23-year-old Amy Cummins, along with a third person, a 31-year-old woman. Hooker appeared in court on Wednesday in Perth, Australia. His defense lawyer, Chad Silver, said that he fell in love with the newborn meerkat as it ran towards him in its enclosure and had scooped it up and put it in the cooler bag. In front of a large media contingent, Hooker pleaded guilty and was fined 4,000 Australian dollars. Cummins would face her verdict as well, and the third accomplice would appear in court in January. For more national and international news, we'll turn to the AP News Minute.
This is AP News Minute. At least 56 people are now known dead in the Northern California wildfire. 130 are unaccounted for. Authorities say the number of homes and other structures destroyed is well over 8,000. Attorney Michael Avenatti is denying allegations of domestic violence after his arrest in Los Angeles. Avenatti is a vocal Trump critic and represents Stormy Daniels, the adult film actress who says she had an affair with the president. Bangladesh says Rohingya Muslim refugees can begin voluntarily returning to Myanmar. Some 700,000 Rohingya fled from violence in their home country, and the UN says it's too soon to go back. And the U.S. is returning 3 large war trophy bells to the Philippines as a gesture of friendship. U.S. soldiers took the bells after an attack on American troops in the Philippines more than a century ago. Mike Hempen, The Associated Press, with AP News Minute.
In sports news, the Texan volleyball team will make program history today as they take on Arkansas Fort Smith in the first round of the NCAA regional tournament. This will be the first time the Texans will play an NCAA regional playoff game at home after they won the #1 seed in the South Central region. The tournament will be held single elimination, with the first games being played today, the semifinals being played on Friday, and the finals on Saturday. Adult tickets for each session will be $7 and $3 for students. The Texans will face off against Arkansas Fort Smith today at 5 p.m. If you can't make it to the games, all of them will be live streamed at tarletonsports.com/NCAA Volleyball 2018. Garrett Koonsman and his father, John Koonsman, recently began their new catering business called Fat Mary's. Garrett and his father used to cook together as a hobby and cater for family and friends. John said, "I had a great aunt who was an old maid. I never met her, but everyone called her Fat Mary. I always said if Fat Mary's eating something, then I'm eating it too." If you haven't finalized plans for Thanksgiving dinner, it's not too late to place an order. Fat Mary's will cook and deliver the meat right to your doorstep. Fat Mary's can be found on Facebook. For more information, email them at fatmarys@barbecue@gmail.com or call 254-967-2157. Today's weather forecast is mostly sunny with a high of 64 degrees and winds from about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight will be partly cloudy skies with a low of 39 degrees. This has been a production of Texan TV News, a product of the Texan News Service from the Tarleton State University campus in Stephenville, Texas. Watch us on Facebook Live and Apogee Channel 2.1 The Dorms at 12:30 weekdays. If you live off campus, tune to Northland Cable Channel 9. You can follow Texan News Service on Facebook and Twitter, and check out our website at texannews.net for more of the latest local, state, national, and international news. This newscast is produced by the Texan TV staff. Thank you for tuning in and have a wonderful day, Texans.